Okay, so he took the attack on the India Sea Zone. So a couple things to talk about here. One, that means I did not have a fighter survive here, so we're gonna have a little bit of a tough, 2, 4, 5 units attacking here. So I hope he gets a hit back. I really need to get him a hit back. Hopefully we'll have enough between these guys coming in to follow up and clean up regardless, though. So hopefully we'll be okay still here. We're going to lose India, like we talked about. We knew this was coming. But the only boats he has is a carrier battleship. The battle here, Season 35. You read through all of this, but basically he lost a carrier, destroyer, sub, 2 fighters, cruiser, and a battleship. And I lost exactly the same thing, plus 1 destroyer and 1 sub. So he killed 1 destroyer, 1 sub more than he lost. Plus he's going to get India. So that's what he got. The downside of it is I'm coming to 58. I'm going to have C-Zone 60 and 62 dead zoned. And then I'm going to just keep feeding in and working my way down. So he won't be able to, hopefully, won't be able to build boats ever again in these. Now, I can't stack 60 and 62 with just these guys yet. But getting them in here will then give us destroyers that we could then block out the carrier battleship, and then he's down to just his planes. And so hopefully US3 we're sitting in 60 or 48. We'll see. But we should be able to squeeze these guys. Keep pushing these guys right on out the door is my main goal. Right on past India so that we can dead zone India as a sea zone as quickly as possible too, because we don't want him to start building there either. So my goal is not necessarily even the money islands right away. I mean, yes, that's part of what I want to do, but I want to push the carrier battleship away from where they can build anywhere and add to anything with them. So that's going to be my goal. Push them out away from their build zones, dead zone 60, 62, and 35 with this fleet as fast as possible. While supporting Russia here still, which is in dire straits. So there we go. And hopefully we can win this bloodbath in Egypt that's about to happen. And follow up this mess. So we also got, that means we do got to start thinking about keeping on shipping US units this way. So I'm not going to build another transport yet, but I am going to go ahead and send this guy and grab 2 more units and get this shucking going here. Because there's going to be Japan sitting in Egypt or sitting in Africa before long. So what I want to do is I want to make sure I just clear this out first. So I'm going to do one more turn of just builds to clear. So and how many subs we got? We got 3 subs. That's really enough to dead zone stuff already. I might hold on to this 6. It might be more useful for a build next turn on trying to get over here. I don't think another sub is going to be super helpful right now. Between the 3 subs, I will be able to get, once I get them into Season 36, they'll be hitting all 3, and then I'll have enough air and other ships to be able to finish out the dead zones of these, hopefully. So I'm going to save those 6, I think, for a better build next turn. And we're just going to build the loaded carrier for this turn. Bringing everything down to here. I actually don't think I have any attacks because I think I need to double check this real quick. What do I need to have? Because I kind of almost want to go ahead and hit on Japan up here. If I can, right? So he's going to have 5, 1, 10, 2. I feel like I shouldn't be any problem giving up at least one of my U.S. infantry to hit back at Japan. Because we'll have 4 infantry coming here. So we're going to have 14. We'd have 15 infantry. And our 3 fighters. And we can pull in artillery if need be, and then hopefully those tanks blitzing through. So yeah, we're going to take one shot at least. Because if I kill him, then I can actually just sit here and not let him walk in. I think that might be our only attack this turn. I thought about trying to get to 63 and 58, but 63 can still, all 7 of his, he positioned his fighters well, that all 7 of his fighters would still be able to hit here because I can't take both of these. And his bomber, so you'd have 8 hitting there. I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. So not really what I want to give him with my transport sitting in there, because I was thinking about, you know, hitting into Japan, but we're gonna hold off on that. I'd really like the IPC. I'd like to take this and not have a hit back on me. Come on, buddy. There we go. 6. I'll take a 5. All right, good deal. Yeah, we're going to keep him to plug against him. He can go ahead and come on down here. Do want to make sure we have submerge, and we want fighter before carrier because we do have nowhere to land. Fighter before carrier, submerge. There we go. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, you know what? I blanked. I was not going to send these guys here. We're going to put them on up here. We're gonna learn from Emre. That was I loved that move. We'll get enough US here. 1, 2, 3. He can't hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't hit. 1, 2, 3. He can't hit. They can still go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get back into either of these. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we can still get into either of these C zones next turn. Plus, we'll have the fighters from here coming back, and we can always just cycle them around if we need to. So, I like getting him on in here. We're going to try this play out of Emre's playbook. I liked it. We're not going to sit up there for too long, but I did like the approach. Unfortunately, because we were so low on infantry here, we can't really stall back here. And I thought about landing them here. But these guys could go 1, 2, 3. Those 3 fighters could hit. The bomber could hit. These 2 infantry could hit. So these can't hit, but he's got 8 planes that can hit here. 8 planes that can hit my 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 with a battleship 10. So I feel good about that. The reason I went to 58 is that he couldn't build a destroyer in 60 and block me from being able to hit 62 to dead zone it. So now I can still, he can't put anything in 63 to dead zone to block me from being able to hit 62. If I was in 59, he could build a destroyer, come back, you know, build a bunch of boats. You know, he could build a couple of carriers, so he'd have 3 carriers. But putting it here prevents him from being able to build in 60 or 62. So that's the reason I went with 58, by the way. Okay, yeah, sorry, I was a little distracted there. So we are going to build 7 infantry, 2 artillery with our 29 IPC that we had. It was nice to get that little bit of bonus by stacking Karelia last time. I really do need to take West Russia, though. I cannot not take West Russia, or he'll be able to blitz and wipe out Moscow and or stack West Russia. My goal is to dead zone West Russia another turn here, at least. Actually, I apologize. We're actually going to do 3 infantry, 5 artillery to make the dead zone more threatable to him and make him have to think about it. So if he was to fly over his 2 Japan planes, and he counts for me getting a hit back for him taking West Russia, it would make it 50-50, but profitable for me. If his 1 infantry, if he doesn't lose an infantry, then you know it's going to be obviously more better for him, but still a profitable thing that he has to kind of think about. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with the 3 infantry, 5 artillery build to help dead zone. I really wanted to only take 2 infantry to attack West Russia, but I've just seen it happen too often when I've done 2 infantry, 2 fighters against 2 and not take it. And even though I'm running the calc real quick because it's really good odds, it's a 74% odds. So, but that's just not good enough in this situation. We really need it to be that 94% odds that it is when we do 3 infantry, 2 fighters. That it will be our only attack. this West Russia play and holding Germany off an extra turn or two. Every turn we hold them off is critical for us and our timing in the Pacific. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Alright, good. 3 there is going to make him have to think twice about going at it. I'm half tempted to throw an AA. Do I have an AA round? I do have an AA round. Ooh, I'm half tempted to throw the AA in there. Because that would be nice and annoying. I'm going to contemplate that for the moment while I move everybody else right now. I can move 18 up there. 8, 10, yeah, it's not really good for us to worry about trying to dead zone Corellia. It's not going to happen. He'll be able to stack that regardless. Because he does, again, the key is he doesn't have much infantry and artillery to play with. So throwing the AA in here, either he has to risk his fighters to attack it, or he's got to use, 4 or 5 of these, and he doesn't have infantry behind him. He'll have one coming in here, which I'll snipe him out. So all he'll have is his tank stack until these guys come up, G3, G4, G5. So until G5. So I think I can hold him out of West Russia till G5 at the latest. Or at the earliest. So I'm going to put that AA in there and just annoy the bejesus out of him because he's only got a few infantry and artillery to play with right now still. I'm going to go ahead and move these guys down here, try to dead zone. We'll see if we can dead zone Ukraine. I don't know that we can. I'm not even counting it up, but there we go. So we're trying to make this as painful as we can. I'm pretty sure we got this stacked. And even if he brings these guys into range, and even if he brings these other 3 into range, I'm now going to have another 8 that I can move in their next turn anyways. 9, 10, 11 actually. So we got lots of options here that I think I'm going to be content. So I'll get Karelia, and he could come into West Russia, but I think I got enough to. Let me double check my dead zone stats here. So I'm gonna have 13 infantry. We're going to have 11 artilleries, 2 tanks, 2 fighters. I mean, we got to assume at least 1 hit back, so he'd have an AA, 5 infantry artillery, and 15 tanks, plus the 2 fighters from Japan. And yeah, that's that 50-50, so with a 14-point profit. So we'll see if he pulls the trigger on that. If he does, I just might do an infantry tank hit just to take out one unit and make it that much more better for Russia to potentially wipe them. So, there we go.